is so windy, but we are here in the first preview week of Universal Horror Unleashed in Las Vegas. There are some perks to being a Las Vegas local, y'all. If you know me at all, I am not a horror person. I do not like Halloween Horror Nights, but then again, I wouldn't really know because I've never been. So this is my first foray into anything like this. People have been waiting for so long for this to open and to have like a 365-day-a-year horror experience. People look forward to Universal Horror Nights all year long, and now if they come to Las Vegas and subsequently in the future to other locations. I know that they're opening one in Chicago. Hopefully if this is successful, it will be all over the country and you'll be able to experience what Universal has to offer in terms of the horror genre. There are 4 houses inside and a couple of different bars and restaurants. I'm here with a few friends and we're gonna check it out and hopefully not pee our pants. All right, so this big giant building is like in this giant warehouse. Looks very cool. Great branding. Right. Very official, and we have the scanners just like they have at the parks. So we're off to a bad start because they saw me on my Osmo and they said unless I was here for official media that I could not film on it. You can film on your phone, which I think is strange, but hey, it is what it is. So I have to go drop it back off in my car. Whether or not they would know if it was just back in my purse or not, I don't know, but it'll be what it'll be, I guess. Situation. Very cool, very immersive. It's extremely dark in here. I can barely see in front of my face, but the drinks look really good.
Espresso martini, they know their audience.
AKA you. AKA like most basic biatches.
Like you.
I'm not basic. There are people free roaming all over.
And this is the backup cocktail machine.
Well, at least they were nice enough to warn us. You know, think of your family. This is the food option here. Looks like it's barbecue, which makes sense because Area 15 also had a barbecue restaurant.
Did your pants look like that before you came in?
They didn't. No, I was
So that happened.
viciously attacked. Yeah.
Be mindful of your surroundings.
Okay.
Safety first, the sign says.
Protocols in place. Keep things like this from
Yeah.
happening and pay for your things.
I don't have much left to give.
No, well, be very observant, and if you see anything you think I need to know about it, please come and tell me.
Okay,
I appreciate
you got it.
I appreciate your efforts.
Yeah, my pleasure. I'm here to serve.
Thank you. Be careful.
Do our best.
We have heard they're serving pig ears, so. Who's moving? This guy moves. This guy. This is literally my nightmare. This is my nightmare.
Stay.
Don't do it.
Why you keep backing up? Why you keep backing up?
Because I'm scared. He's gonna go. I'm scared.
Oh, I'm not good at these things.
Oh, you better stop.
Oh.
This is my literal nightmare. No. He knows. He's not going to do it because he knows we're waiting for it.
Okay.
Right?
Shall we text?
seen you around here before.
No, I haven't been around here before.
Oh, chick. Forgot I had this. Oh
my God, hi.
This happens all the time. I swear, sometimes I just lose track. Of
Oh,
things.
yeah, no problem.
Yeah, these things get tighter every time I put them on. They say they're good for keeping warm, but I think they just get in the way.
It's a little warm for it, I feel like, outside.
Oh no, it's freezing in here.
It's freezing.
I mean, it doesn't really take much to warm up, you know?
True.
Accelerated heart rate, elevated breathing, a rush of adrenaline in the bloodstream.
Of course, yeah. We saw a child groom over there. Do you know anything about that?
Oh no, I'm really not sure exactly where I am. I'll be perfectly honest.
No, sure.
Sometimes you just find yourself somewhere. When you do, you make the most of it.
Okay.
I have learned a few things. Bathrooms over there.
Oh.
Just be mindful of, you know, I've seen people go in but never come out. Sure, you'll be fine. Sure, it's fine.
Noted. Did you make it
Bars
out when
right
you went?
behind you.
I did, barely.
Something to take the edge off. Smart idea.
Okay.
Just be mindful of your surroundings as well. People get careless when they drink, you know, distracted. It's interesting how easy it is for someone to slip something into a glass if you're not paying attention.
Oh,
And they say the first mistake is trusting the wrong person.
Like
Really, the
strangers
first
that you
mistake
randomly
is trusting
meet?
anyone at all.
yeah.
Oh, sorry about Found this on the
What's
floor.
that?
earlier.
What's that about?
Probably belongs to the restaurant.
Oh, yeah, they're probably
Anyone
cutting
missing a
stuff.
knife?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll hold on to it.
All right.
You enjoy your time here.
Thank you so
However long
much.
that lasts.
Yeah, I want to watch you turn that in. Or just put it in your pocket. That's fine.
Serial killer. It's just a regular.
That's fine. Okay, this is our first house. I don't know what's going to happen because I'm just holding this out, but... There's somebody over there. I've never seen this movie either. No. Really? Okay, so I've seen people talking about how it's not a conga line, like how it is horror nights, and we are experiencing a conga line, but then again, we haven't really entered the house yet, so it could just be that they're waiting for groups so that it does feel like you're going solo. It's not busy, I would say, in the general lobby area, but this part has been a little bit of a wait. We've been here for about 5 to 10 minutes or so. So they wouldn't let me film inside, but that actually wasn't too bad. For somebody who's really scared of jump scares, also it could have been fueled by the fact that they started a new rule as of today that we couldn't film. So I was just seething with rage, which might have made it so that it wasn't as scary. But now we're gonna go into Monsters, which I think is supposed to be a little scarier. We will see. Like it feels like you're in a theme park. I will say they didn't really skimp out at all with these queues. They are very impressive. It's giving Epic Universe on a budget. I don't know where they got this statue of me, but that's really cute. Okay, so Monsters definitely felt like a very low budget version of Monsters and Chains at Epic Universe. That one was definitely a little bit scarier. It's even when you know that they're coming, they can still get you. They figure out a way to double down on it somehow. So even if you try to outsmart them, it doesn't really work. But it's very, very fun. This is, like, I would say, very tolerable. Like, I'm very skittish. I don't know if I'm just putting on my ironclad boots here to get through, but I feel like it's good enough to be scared, but not too scary that, like, you couldn't bring, like, mature kids or anything like that. Okay, now we are going to do The Exorcist. Now that it's open again. It's such a fun walk around. I could see spending a whole few hours here. Oh, here's that scary guy. Oh, he's gone. Thank goodness, unless it's gonna pop out. But I would say overall, the immersion is fantastic. The aesthetics are glorious. I just wish I could show you the inside, but you know what? That leaves you to be scared, doesn't it? The queues for these spaces feel like you're in the house, which is crazy. The details are so awesome. You kind of don't know where the line starts and the house begins, really. The
detail that they've put into these queues is actually insanely impressive.
The rite of exorcism is one of the oldest human rituals. Every culture, in every country, for as far back as history has been recorded.
And with that, we're about to head inside for the next group.
Okay, they said that was the weakest one because yesterday a lot of those scares were not actually in there, but they were really a lot more things apparently today because again, they're still in a preview period. I thought that one was the best because it had the most storytelling. There was a lot of story elements. There was even some show scenes that did not have any intention of really scaring you that much, but more so just establishing story, which as somebody in the theater, I really appreciate. You again? Hi. Guys, that's my new boyfriend. Actually, I don't know what gender you are. I don't mean to gender you, but you look great. We're winning all around. I actually like that one from a storytelling perspective. We have one more, like I said, there's 4 in here, and I think it's supposed to be the scariest, but like I said, things ebb and flow. And here's this whole area over here where in a few hours, I know they're gonna have live performances with dancers. I don't know if I'm gonna stay that long because it's about 2 hours from now, but this is very cool. I know they have some really cool like dancers and like pop-in lockers and things like that for live entertainment outside of just the houses. So if you still wanted to come, you could come and experience just the atmosphere in like this sort of scare zone with so many different actors. Look, there's just free roaming all the time. Really cool, really fun. You could spend easily a few hours here if you really wanted to. This is another one of the bar spaces. So there's 2. There's this little cove with lots of seating, tons of seating. Look at these really cool bar area and booths. Lots of specialty cocktails, beer, wine, spirits, soda, mountain water. Very cool, typical prices for Las Vegas. And the art is amazing. It very much is giving, I'm telling you, Epic Universe, but a little bit lower budget. It's very cool. Very cool in here. Here's a closer up view of that menu for you. If I was to get something, it would probably be this guy right here. I'm a bourbon girl personally.
Did you try anything?
This is the Scarecrow, the Reaping House. This is the only non-IP based house in the venue, and a lot of people say it's their favorite because of that. You don't really have to adhere to any sort of being faithful to any franchise or anything like that. The fact that people are saying it's their favorite just from an aesthetic standpoint, not necessarily it being the most scary or anything like that, but we will see how I fare. They also have these little stages. I think this is where the Pop and Locker normally performs. We'll see. Somebody was just applauding, a big crowd was applauding somebody, but we couldn't see because we were in the line. But maybe hopefully they'll come back. A lot of people are very scared by clowns. I can kind of go either way on clowns. I don't know about you. Tell me in the comments if you are afraid of clowns. I think it really depends on the clown, don't you think?
In the center of this dust bowl, where the dark union of wind and land meet, the unholy human and beast.
My friends who have been to horror nights have said that the detail in these queues and in the actual houses themselves are way more elaborate, simply because those other houses are built to be teardowns. They're not meant to last forever. This is meant to be here indefinitely, and therefore they can put more time into it. Apparently this is from a movie that I don't know. This is the restaurant, and they might be doing movie screenings and things. Here's the cocktail menu.
And then if you guys would like, there are customized drinks at every bar. So if you guys want to try all the custom ones to each bar, it's really fun.
That's cool. They have a 0 proof espresso martini.
Yes, and we also have a Take a Chance at Jack's Bar. It's also 0 proof. It kind of tastes like high seafood punch. It's got candy in it. It's one of our lovely mascot's favorite drinks.
Do you have a favorite food item?
My favorite food item, I really like our Texas Chainsaw. I like that spicy arrabbiata sauce on the bottom. It's kind of like a spicy version of marinara.
Cool. I was wondering what happened to my ex-boyfriend. I can promise you, I didn't do this. This is the victim of somebody else, not me. Okay, I am back at the Rough Cuts. I love me some meat. It's just a matter of what I want to get. I'm leaning towards the butcher's choice ribs, because that looks pretty good. And maybe the ear of corn. Let's see.
El Pastor, that's for the shoulder.
Okay.
So yeah, it's infused with pineapple and it's really nummy.
You have your assorted beverages. Wow, that looks awesome. Thank you so much. Look at that beautiful bone goodness. That's amazing.
Coca-Cola barbecue, so it's really good.
Yeah, it's a Coca-Cola barbecue sauce, right? And they really are showing off the bone there. Again, the signage and the atmosphere of everything. And like I said, there are scare actors just milling about as you eat and hang out. And I love the commitment to the bit here. I'm not gonna turn my ring light on like I normally would because I don't wanna ruin the ambiance for other people, but I will show you just what my opinion is. This is a giant piece of meat. Not bad. It's fun to watch people be scared. There's this cheerleader girl over here who just keeps popping out at people. The barbecue sauce is very sweet. It's that Coca-Cola sauce. The back has that gelatinous kind of fat cap that keeps it on the bone. That's probably going to be less appealing, to be honest, but it's kind of one note, to be honest with you, but I'm still impressed with the offering in general. It's very on brand for the venue. It could be a little bit more multi-dimensional flavor-wise, but overall, would recommend. While I eat, I'm gonna talk to you about the Scarecrow maze. That one, production value-wise, was probably, I would say maybe it's hard to say the most impressive because they're all so different in terms of aesthetics. And I'm actually incredibly proud of myself for getting through all of these mazes and not being, for lack of a better term, scared shitless. I really didn't know what to expect. I thought because I'm so skittish that I would be really, really afraid. And I wasn't. I mean, I was scared the appropriate amount. Like, it's still fun, it's still entertaining, you're still scared, but I didn't embarrass myself, which to me is a win. If I had to rank them personally, and it's gonna differ, and we talked a lot about how, you know, different times you go through mazes, you might encounter different things because maybe an actor's on break, or maybe the setup's a little bit different, or they were added scares since I was here. And even the difference apparently from yesterday to today is enough to make a difference in certain arenas. But I would say scariest is probably for me Universal Monsters. That one had the most jump scares, had great aesthetics. And like I said, they've put their whole effort into these aesthetics here because they intend to make these, I want to say permanent. I'm hoping that over time they will change the mazes every once in a while. They're here for the long haul, you know, not just a couple of months. So I think that they've really put extra effort into them. That one to me was probably the scariest. I would say Monsters was the scariest, then Exorcist, then Scarecrow, then Texas Chainsaw. For me, I think that would be scariest to least scary, but they're all pretty on par with each other and it might just differ from person to person. I'm gonna finish up this beef rib and have a drink with some friends and hang out here for a little while. Hopefully see the show. It starts at 5. Hoping to make it. I don't know if I'll be able to last that long, but I'm sure I'll be back. I can see this venue being really popular, but I'm gonna give you my final thoughts in the car. I was walking into the restaurant portion and Megan's just living. Get it, girl. Work, 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 work. Dream it, be it. I was encouraging you. You're doing great. I'm sure you know what a selfie is. Hey, girl. Your dance moves are amazing. Sorry. This is the Blumhouse bar and restaurant area featuring Megan performing Black Phone. Lots of like cool photo ops. You can see the, if I turn this down, you can see the Black Phone. So fun. Little lounge area, more of like a hangout vibe. Meet and greet with Megan. Boo! I told them not to double cross me. You know, it just, they don't listen. Hey, couple selfie. There we go. Thank you. Lots of cool photo ops. Apparently this is originally from the Mummy movie, like an actual movie artifact. My friend was saying she did a lights on tour earlier for creatives. And this is the Queen doing little meet and greets. And her fairly sexy henchman, I guess. Oh, she flies. I was wondering if she was gonna fly. That's fun. This is my track. If I were to do the show, this is my track. Like I said, lots of cool photo ops. Now we have entered the merch store. They have some very cool Spirit jerseys, lots of Texas Chainsaw stuff. Bates Motel, which might be foreshadowing some of the houses that they intend to have in the future. But we love the proprietary merch here, and also very cute with the poker chip. You gotta love that. They even have immersion in the merch store. You love to see it. Pig face man. Fun fact, when I worked at a haunted house, the #1 haunted house in New York City called Blood Manor, my boyfriend at the time played the pig face man. So if that tells you anything about my taste. Yeah, we're trying to learn. We're trying to learn. Is this a hat? Is this a, I guess it's, is that a satchel? What is that? Cool stuff. I really like these. You can even just buy the poker chip. That's really cool. Oh, that's cool. With like the silhouette of the clown Jack. That's really neat. And we love a mug. And it's like a surreptitious mug. It doesn't have Horror Unleashed on it. It's just in the bottom. Just a bloody mug. I love stuff like that. That's not, you know, trying to be too much. Lots of Texas Chainsaw stuff. That was a good house. I liked that one. It's more subtle. I like subtle like that. But even the candle theming in the store is, you know, they don't want you to feel like it's not themed just the second you leave the maze, which is really cool. Oh, see, this makes me sad. Is this like what was a headless dog now? You know, what? This is distressing. This is cool. Even the tags. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. I love all the detail. All the detail on the top of the store. They always say in places like this that are meant to immerse you, look up. This is fun. I like this.
Really?
They have some Chucky stuff. Hopefully a foreshadowing of what is potentially to come here. That would be awesome. Chucky is super popular, I feel like, at Horror Nights. So, who's to say? Maybe. More Chucky. And then just a lot of like repeat stuff. Oh, that's fun. That's a fun little cup if you want the Exorcist on your cup. Very impressive merch store, and honestly, it would have to be for something like this, in my opinion. Really good, unique merch that's just for this venue, which if people are gonna buy it, it kind of has to be unique to the venue, don't you think? Do you dare me to scare this guy? Or scare him myself? They're not even aware that I could scare them. I was gonna scare you! But then you turned around.
Wow, that's real funny. Never heard that one before.
Gather round, my bloodthirsty monsters, and watch as these poor, sad souls perform for their lives.
Maniac! Get down!
I've been the liar, I've been the cheat, I've been the black heart, I've been the thief. You curse my name, but I believe we all play the sinner and the saint, the in between. I knew my devils, I let them rage. I keep my eyes wide open when I pray. I'm the villain to misbehave. I like trouble coming in 100 different ways, and heaven knows that I'll never change. So don't call me an angel. I'll always be sent through. Don't believe but now my wicked ways I'll never be faithful. I'll always be tempted. Don't believe I hate evil, but I got my wicked ways.
Ah, the energy, the excitement, the thrill of an impending kill. And I'm not talking about Las Vegas wedding, baby. Are the victims in place?
They're not victims! Yet. Right now they're contestants, so we're about to play my favorite game. Say it with me!
Stay or slay! That's right, welcome to the show. We yank unsuspecting circus performers from the strip and force them to perform.
For their lives! We also picked 4 very special accomplices. Raise your hand, accomplices.
At the end of it all, you death-loving lunatics get to decide who stays.
And who do you get to slay?
If you're ready to see these mouth breathers perform for their lives, say, hell yeah, Jack!
Hell yeah, Jack! Is contestant 1 ready? Well, then what is he waiting for? Go!
I am no other, I am Pandora. Open me up and discover the end. I wouldn't bother, don't fight the mother. She was both you and you she can. Nothing could hide me, no one deserves me. I am not free, I can't be every battle ends in defeat. Ends in defeat.
There was something so pleasant about that place. Even your emotions had an echo in so much space. And when you're out there without care, yeah, I was out of touch.
be deadlier.
The decision is up to you! Raise those cards high so everyone can see! First up, contestant number 1.
Stay or slay!
Alright, are we ready?
That's when you raise the sign.
Raise them high! Slay! 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 And another slay!
Holy shit! You bloodthirsty monsters are as ruthless as I am!
Other people have spoken! And it's slay for contestant number 1!
Fantastic. I'm obsessed with her.
Next up, contestant number 2!
Okay, so I've had a second. My phone died in the car. So I could have filmed on my Osmo, which is what I'm doing right now. But alas, here we are backstage at Magic Mike Live. And I'm going to give you my final thoughts on Universal Horror Unleashed. It was such a fun time. I've already done some story posts on Instagram, which if you're not following me, go follow me over on Instagram and TikTok at the Samantha Souza. And a lot of my DMs are already coming in asking what I thought of it and if it's worth the price. And I think that price is an important thing to discuss when talking about this attraction because it's not exactly cheap. As many of you know, Vegas is becoming more and more expensive these days. And they are charging, I believe, $69 for non-locals and $59 for locals. And I think that it is worth the price if you do it the right way. And let me talk more about that. To me, if you came in to Universal Horror Unleashed and did the 4 mazes and got the hell out of Dodge, I could see people being like, that's not worth it. For $60 to $70, that basically puts it at a little over $15 or so a maze, which I guess kind of could be considered worth it. I think the issue lies in comparing it to Halloween Horror Nights, right? Where you have twice as many mazes, you have access to the entire theme park at the same time, and that tends to be around $100. But then you also have Vegas pricing, which is going to be, more expensive than Orlando or Hollywood. Most things are in Las Vegas. There's a premium for all entertainment here. We're one of the biggest entertainment, centers of the country, of the world to a lot of people. So they charge a premium for these things. What I will say is we were there for over 3.5 hours and it was easy to do so. Could have spent even more time. I think if you really walk around, take your time, interact with some of the immersive actors. If you saw earlier in the video, like they will come up and talk to you and have full-on conversations. It's not crowded, it's indoors. The AC is really nice in this 110-degree weather. And it makes a big difference if you immerse yourself in it. I also took the time to eat at one of the quick service spots. There's 3 different bars you could go to. So I visited a quick service, sat for a little while. I did a maze. I walked around and interacted with an atmosphere character. Did another maze, had a drink or two at various bars with friends in between and went and did another maze. I mean, there's 4 mazes. If you take the time to see the stage show, that also takes some time, If you make this an event, if you make this a whole evening or a whole afternoon or a whole day, this is worth it, without a doubt. I saw people of all ages. There were some kids there. I was surprised to see maybe 7, 8, 9. I will say the stage show has some mature elements. There's some cursing. They electrocute people and kill them on stage, which I don't know if I'd have my kid watching that, but that's neither here nor there. I think a younger kid, if they are in the horror genre and it could, in theory, go through those mazes, they might be traumatized, but you know your kid better than I do. I was talking to some friends when I got here at work and they were saying which house is the best house. And I feel like that's going to vary based on taste. Is the best house the scariest house? Is the best house the one with the best production value? To me, I think the best house overall is Exorcist because it really tells story. There are show elements where they really take the time to depict the story that they're trying to tell, and they're not necessarily trying to scare you as much as it is just to tell a story. And it's a scary story, so a lot of the subject matter is doing the work for you. However, there are a lot of really scary moments because it constantly is changing. Also, your mileage will vary. I think the Scarecrow house, which is a non-IP based house, had an amazing production value and big show scenes that were really scary. Especially, there's a part where you're going through the crops and you really can't tell what's what. You are really disoriented. I think that was really, really effective. However, because the showrooms are big, you kind of get used to the same thing for like a minute. So it's not a lot of variance in terms of what you're seeing. So while I thought that that was like a very impressive house with really cool use of screen, etc., maybe not my favorite just in that sense, but it's a lot of people's favorites that I think really get you because it's not jump scare style scary. It's watching some really scary stuff happen scary, and the production value was incredible on that house in my opinion. So I think that's my favorite, my opinion of best. But the production values overall, and I said this while we were there, it, and I corroborated this with friends who have gone to horror nights, the production value seems to be at another level because these are not meant to be torn down. These are meant to be here for the foreseeable future as long as this is successful. And I really hope that it is successful. I know they have plans to put it elsewhere around the country. And if this proves to be, I can see it popping up all over the place. So yeah, going back to the order, I would say my second favorite was, and to me, probably the scariest was Universal Monsters, which I wasn't expecting. But I think because there's not a through line story and it's more just like vignette, 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 there's no sense of like being or getting used to the vibe. So if I would rank them, I would say Exorcist, Monsters, maybe Scarecrow, and then Texas Chainsaw. But I know other people in my party ranked it differently. So it's going to be up to a matter of personal taste. If you are wondering if you should do the unlimited versus just the single pass, the difference is you get to go through the houses as many times as you want. If you want to make more of an evening of it, I feel like that might be worth your while. Your mileage will really vary in these scare zones and in the houses because I've seen videos for, the monsters house, for example, where there was a Frankenstein on the doctor's table and then the lights go off and then all of a sudden when the lights come back on, he's right in front of your face. And when we went into the Frankenstein room, Frankenstein wasn't there. He was in a different spot. So I think depending on where you are in the queue, how things are shaking out in terms of how the flow is going, you might get a different experience. I also had people who had gone yesterday who said certain things have been added or, depending on who's on break, the flow and the scares are a little bit different. So I think having the unlimited pass could prove valuable because the houses are living, breathing things. They're changing all the time. So, these actors are seeing who they have and determining what they're going to do based off of the reactions they're getting. So if you're, an HHN freak, I think maybe splurge for the unlimited and make a whole day of it and get food at the quick service. And then once the restaurant opens up, like, go do a meet and greet with Megan like I did. That was really, really fun. I was very proud of myself. I really thought I was going to be a scaredy cat with this. And I feel like Universal really knocked it out of the park. The queues were absolutely incredible. And I hope that this is around for a while. And I hope that it's so successful that they have the ability to let these houses sit for 6 months to a year and then turn them over. They had a lot of Chucky merch in the merch store that said Universal Horror Unleashed on it. So why would you make Universal Horror Unleashed merch for Chucky if you didn't have any intention of having Chucky be in the house or eventually? It was very, very cool, very vibey. I think this is a great date night. Like, this is so fun. Go get a drink, go to a house, get another drink, go to a house, get some food, go to watch the show, go to another house. Like, this is awesome. Bravo, Universal. I love that they are expanding all over the country outside of the theme parks and doing what they do best. The production values were absolutely unreal. The dancers, the show, the acting, top notch. So let me know down below if you have any plans of visiting Universal Horror Unleashed. If you want any more content like this, I am a Las Vegas local covering theme parks all the time and Las Vegas and general travel as well. Go follow me on Instagram and TikTok if you're not already, and subscribe for this video and support the channel. Leave a comment on what you are most excited about, or if you've been, which house was your favorite, and I will see you next time. Bye.